Hello there. Over the past few months, I've been getting asked the question, how do I upload course completions? So I thought, you know what, this is going to be a really good option for an office hours recording because we do keep getting this question. So let's take a look at how you do that. So first things first, a few things you want to take a look at. Where it's located. So this is version 12 instance. If you're using 11 or earlier, the navigation is going to be slightly different, but it's still going to get you to a similar place. So in 12, you're going to go to courses and categories. It's going to look like that, but it's going to be over here in the admin block for version 11 and before. And then you're going to scroll down and you're going to go to upload completion records. And you are going to click on upload completion records here. Here you're going to be doing a course CSV. There's also the ability to upload certifications. So you can do the same for certifications, just so you're aware that is located there. Okay, so it does provide you with the headers for your file. So username, course short name, course ID, completion date, and completion grade. You will see down here, you can choose your date format. Okay, so keep that in mind. One thing to be aware of, if the course does not exist, it is going to create the completion as evidence. So if you're not familiar with evidence, let me show you really quickly. So in your record of learning, if you have evidence, it can load it here as other evidence. Okay, so let's take a look at a course that we're going to load some completions to. I'm just going to grab, this is kind of our playground environment. So I'm going to go to this test 3 course. Oh, nope, that's apparently not a course. Let's make sure we're looking at courses. There we go. And we'll go into TC test. All right, so not a whole lot in this course, but it doesn't really matter. We're looking for overall course completion. I'm going to see if I have any users enrolled. I do have one. All right, and I'm going to double check my course completions. Let's check our course completion report. All right, so actually I'm showing this particular user didn't get a pass grade. So we'll kind of play around with if we can switch hers over as well. All right, so a couple of things that our file requires. Our file requires the course short name. So what I did here, I went to course administration, edit settings, and did that kind of quick. My course short name is going to be TC test. So in my file for my course short name, I'm going to populate that. You do have to have a course ID number if you are using the import. So I am going to put in an ID number. It can be the same thing. So I'm going to stick with that. Okay, I am going to put my completion date in here, and I'm going to do mine month, day, 4-digit year. So I'm going to do like a back date course completion. So I'm going to say that this user completed on 02/06/2017. So this is an old completion from about 3 years ago. For the grade, I'm going to give her a 100. You'll notice that my date column reformatted. I'm going to, in Excel, I'm going to right click and I'm going to format the cells. And we're going to do custom. See if it gives me, there we go. It's probably because I have the text selected as well. So I'm going to format just the date. We'll go to custom. There we go. That gives me my options. And I want, it's not listed, so I'm going to change it to MMDD year. Okay, so that made my change for me. And then I do need the person's username. So I know I've got a few different users in here. I know their usernames off the top of my head. If you don't know your users' usernames, you can in like version 11 and beyond for sure, and really actually older versions as well, go create yourself a user report, include a username column. That'll make it easy for you. So I'm going to just put my users in there. Now that's my user that I've already got in the course that didn't get a pass grade. So we're going to change her grade. We're going to see what happens. Okay. So we're going to use all these. We're going to just drag and drop. We're going to do different dates for these folks. We're going to have to reformat those as well, but that's okay. Whoops, that's in the future. Hadn't happened yet. Let's do. We're going to give them all a 100. Typically, a lot of times when you're importing, you're just going to give everybody 100. You're going to just do 100s because really all you're doing an import. You're just showing a completion. That's really all you care about. I mean, if you really care about getting that grade in there, maybe you're pulling from something else. Cool, put in that other grade, especially if you're needing a situation where the learner maybe doesn't pass due to a grade. So that's perfectly fine as well. Whoops, cancel. I'm going to select all of these. We're going to format all of them at the same time. What have I done? Guess we got to format them individually. A Excel wizard I am not, but I get the job done. That may have been my problem. There. You can choose the date when you're uploading the file. I just like mine to be formatted the way I want it the whole way in. All right, so I'm also going to do another completion for some of these individuals and just put in something random for a short name and something random for a course ID number so that you can see that populated onto evidence. So we're going to do the same thing with Rose, and we're going to do upload test, just so you can see that. I'm just going to grab these same dates so we don't have to format. We're going to do the same here. All right, so now what you're going to do, you're going to save this as a CSV. So you're going to go to File, Save As, and put it on my desktop so I don't lose it. Course Upload. Change that from Excel to CSV. And then you're going to save that. Okay, next you're going to move into, make sure you've saved that course ID number there so that you have it. Alrighty, now we are going to go back to that uploads area. So courses and categories. Courses submenu over here down to the bottom, upload completions, upload completion records. I'm going to grab that file. So you can drag and drop or you can do choose a file. I prefer drag and drop, it just works better for me. Here's that file, drag, drop. If you have evidence types enabled and turned on, you can choose evidence types if you need it. Evidence field for completion date. So you can either do a specific date in your evidence, or you can just do date completed, which is what we have in our file. Evidence field for description, if you have that, use that. and I did this one. You can choose to override current course completions, so that should override Rose's completion. Case insensitive short names, let's double check what that means. When enabled, course short names will be matched. Let's not worry about that one. And hit upload. So what this is going to show me, it's going to show me if I had errors. So 0 records with data errors, these were ignored, so we didn't have anything, so we're not worried about that. 4 records created as evidence, that's what we expected. 4 records successfully imported as a course, and that's what we expected. 8 records in total, that's what we expected. Let's go look at that report. So this is going to show me what I just did. So these were all imported as courses. These were imported as evidence. That's why it says yes here. These were imported as a course. That's why it shows that. It's showing those completion dates. Now let's go look at that course. Here's TC test. We're going to go to the course. And we are going to go to the report area, course completion. There you have it. So notice how it's showing now. Rose, if you'll keep in mind, she had already been enrolled in the course. She had taken the quiz. She failed the quiz. So it's still showing that she failed the quiz because she was enrolled. However, we overrode that for course completion and we marked her as complete in the course. One thing I do want to point out is when you do these types of uploads, it does not mark the activities as completed. It does simply only mark the actual course as completed. So they will see this as completed on their record of learning. Let's just take a look. Let's go in here to Blanche's account. We're going to click on her name again. And we are going to go to her record of learning because I want to show you a couple of things. So record of learning. So we should see completion for TC test. There we go. And we see that backdated all the way to 2012. Okay, and then also if we go to her other evidence, here's that completed course upload test. We didn't have an evidence type that we used. In use no, date completed. Okay, now we do have on this particular report source, and I use air quotes when I say that, we have actions enabled on here. This is just a sandbox site, so we were probably playing around. You may not want your end user to have those actions. So as an administrator, you may want to go and edit that report and get rid of those columns. You also can add in any additional columns here that you may want your learners to see. I hope that this was helpful as far as giving you kind of a step-by-step walkthrough of how you can upload course completions. It is going to work similar if you're doing this for certifications. So just let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help. Thanks and have a great day.